Hello dear friends, you are watching the channel Universe and Nature. Today we'll explore 25 interesting facts about Earth together. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're here for the first time. Grab something tasty and let's go. The lowest point on land is the shore of the Dead Sea in Israel. It is located 417 meters below sea level. The atmospheric pressure here is higher than normal, at about 800 millimeters of mercury. By the way, the level of the Dead Sea continues to drop, and it is likely that soon the lowest point on land will become even lower. The deepest place underground that humans have reached is the Tautona mine in South Africa. Gold is extracted there, and the maximum depth of the mine is 5 kilometers. The air in the mine must be constantly cooled because the temperature at that depth is 60 degrees Celsius. The deepest borehole from which rock samples have been collected and measurements taken was drilled during the Soviet era on the Kola Peninsula. The borehole reached a depth of 12,262 meters. It turned out that at such depth, the temperature exceeds 220 degrees Celsius. Interestingly, the borehole was drilled over a span of 20 years. The majority of the time was spent drilling below 7 kilometers. The largest cave on Earth is the Son Doong Cave in Vietnam. It consists of 150 chambers with heights up to 200 meters and widths up to 150 meters. Despite its giant size, the cave was first discovered and explored quite recently, in 2009. This proves that there are still many unexplored places on Earth. There are many very long natural caves and underground rivers underground that are still poorly studied. Currently, it is believed that the longest cave, Mammoth Cave in the USA, is about 600 kilometers long. However, although the cave was discovered in the 18th century, it is still not fully explored. The longest mountain range on Earth is the Andes in South America. It is 9,000 kilometers long. This is slightly more than the length of Russia from west to east. The Andes pass through the territories of 7 countries and 5 climatic zones. One of the largest deserts in the world is the Sahara. It occupies 8,060 million square kilometers. This is 30% of Africa's area and is comparable in size to a large country like Brazil. The Sahara appeared about 5,000 years ago and continues to expand in size. According to scientists, the desert occupies about 23% of the land surface. Forests cover 27% of the land surface. However, scientists estimate that before agriculture arose, the area of forests was at least twice as large. There are 173 rivers in the world longer than 1,000 kilometers. The most abundant of them, as well as the river with the largest river basin, is the Amazon in South America. According to the latest data, the Amazon is also the longest river at 6,992 kilometers. Previously, the Nile was considered the longest river, which is 140 kilometers shorter. About 1/billionth of all the energy emitted by the sun reaches the Earth. 37% of this energy is immediately reflected back into space by the Earth. The total amount of solar energy that reaches our planet is colossal. The world's electricity production amounts to only 0.02 of this figure. The Earth moves in its orbit around the Sun at a speed of 30 kilometers per second. The outer planets move slower, while the inner planets move faster than the Earth. As the Earth orbits the Sun, the position of the stars in the sky periodically changes, although very insignificantly, since the distance to even the closest stars is much greater than the diameter of the Earth's orbit. After the heliocentric system was accepted, astronomers struggled for a long time to determine this change for various stars, but they achieved nothing until the mid-19th century. It was only after the advent of powerful telescopes and the invention of photography that the parallax of nearby stars was measured, which allowed them to compute the distances to these stars. Scientists debated for a long time whether the Earth is a unique planet, as there are many similar planets around other stars. Recent discoveries by astronomers have shown that many planets orbit the nearest stars, and among them, there are quite a few planets resembling Earth, at least in terms of size, mass, and presumed surface temperature. In total, scientists estimate that there should be approximately 10 billion Earth-like planets in our galaxy. Earth has the highest density of all the planets in the solar system. The main elements that make up Earth are iron, oxygen, silicon, magnesium, sulfur, nickel, calcium, and aluminum. Heavier elements such as iron are concentrated in the inner core, while the Earth's crust is largely made up of oxygen compounds. According to scientists' calculations, about half of the heat emitted by our planet is heat that was accumulated during its formation, and the other half is released due to the decay of radioactive elements in the Earth's interior, such as uranium and thorium. Interestingly, although all the planets formed from the same gas-dust cloud, the composition of different planets in the solar system still differs. By analyzing the composition of a rock fragment, one can determine on which planet it was formed. For example, scientists found that the Moon was once part of the Earth, and that meteorites from Mars can be found on Earth. Of the other planets in the solar system, Venus is the most similar to Earth in terms of size and mass, while Mars is the closest in terms of natural conditions. Scientists have estimated that approximately 500 to 1,000 meteorites fall to Earth from space, reaching the surface without burning up in the atmosphere. Observations of stars show that stars like the Sun shine unevenly throughout their lifespan. Although the luminosity of the Sun changes slowly, at the beginning of its existence, the Sun was dimmer and emitted 25% less energy than it does today. But oddly enough, in those distant times, billions of years ago, the Earth's climate was warmer than it is today. This discrepancy has even received a special name, the faint young sun paradox. In an attempt to resolve the paradox and explain why the Earth did not freeze back then, scientists have proposed numerous versions. The most plausible of these is the idea that back then, the Earth's atmosphere was very dense, containing a large amount of greenhouse gases. It was this that provided additional warmth. Although today's Earth is colder than it was millions of years ago, long-term forecasts indicate that in the future, our planet will become much hotter as the Sun will shine even brighter. The temperature on our planet will gradually rise, and in about 2 billion years, it will increase to the point where Earth will become uninhabitable. And in about 7 billion years, the Sun will become a red giant and expand so much that it will completely engulf the Earth. To solve this problem, scientists have already come up with a number of projects aimed at changing the Earth's orbit and moving it further away from the Sun. Among the suggestions are the installation of powerful rocket engines on Earth, the use of a solar sail, and directing asteroids toward our planet so that the gravitational interaction with them changes its orbit. There are projects for terraforming Venus, Mars, the Moon, and the moons of Jupiter, turning them into planets similar to Earth. Scientists have calculated that within the habitable zone around a star like the Sun, it is theoretically possible to accommodate 5 planets like Earth. Dear friends, if you disagree with any fact, please send a timestamp for it in the comments and express your thoughts in detail. Let's discuss. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more viewers can see it. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, be sure to subscribe. New videos come out every week. I'm sure many of the works you have not even seen. Be sure to watch them while you wait for new works on my channel. I enjoyed making this video for you. Until we meet again. Bye.